Let me ask you something real quick. How well do you think you actually know the person you're planning a future with? Because sometimes the truth doesn't come out in a dramatic confession. It comes from a phone left at home, buzzing nonstop, while your gut is screaming that something isn't right. So here's the situation. A 23-year-old woman had been with her boyfriend for about 2.5 years. He was 25. They weren't just casually dating either. Engagement and marriage had been active conversations for about a year. This was supposed to be her person, her future, the guy you build plans around. Over the summer, her boyfriend got a new phone. She actually paid for it. While he was at work transferring everything over, his old phone was left behind at home, still connected to Wi-Fi. And that's when something started to feel off. The phone would not stop going off, notification after notification, especially from one app, constant buzzing, all day, every day. And she'd already had a bad feeling for a while, nothing concrete, just that quiet anxiety that sits in your chest when things don't add up. She tried to ignore it. She really did. But eventually, curiosity mixed with dread won out. And even though she wasn't proud of it, she went through the phone. What she found completely shattered her. Not just one mistake, not one slip-up. The entire relationship, every single year of it, had been filled with cheating, emotional affairs, explicit pictures, nudes, conversations that crossed every line, meetups, effort, planning, lies stacked on top of lies, basically everything you could imagine and probably more. 2.5 years of her life and nearly all of it overlapped with betrayal. She didn't wait for him to come home. She confronted him immediately, texting him while he was at work. He stepped outside and called her. She gave him an opening, asking if there was anything he needed to come clean about, and that's when he broke down. He started crying, telling her he was already done with all of it, that he felt terrible, that he hated himself for what he'd done. Apologies poured out, regret, shame, all the right words. He claimed he'd been depressed and that cheating had become some kind of escape for him, a way out of his own head. She didn't fully believe that explanation. In her mind, it felt a lot more like he only stopped because he got caught. But at that moment, she listened. She laid down boundaries, firm ones. He explained himself. She told him what needed to change if there was even a chance of continuing the relationship. And surprisingly, things did improve. She watched him delete people, cut contacts, remove accounts. He stopped going out. His life became work and home, home and work. No secrecy, no disappearing acts. On the surface, he was doing everything right. But then cracks started to show again. Months later, she discovered that there were still a few people he hadn't removed. He hadn't messaged them. No conversations, no flirting. But he was still using their photos for his own gratification. And for her, that felt like cheating too. She told him exactly that. He brushed it off, saying it wasn't a big deal, that it didn't mean anything. But the next day, after a calmer conversation, she explained how deeply disrespectful it felt, how it reopened wounds that were barely starting to scab over. This time, he listened. He agreed to stop. And technically, since then he has. It's been months without messages, without obvious cheating. He shows her everything. He says he loves her. He's transparent with his phone. He reassures her. But here's the part people don't talk about enough. The damage doesn't disappear just because the behavior stops. Mentally, she's not okay. She's constantly on edge, always waiting for the other shoe to drop. Her confidence is wrecked. She questions herself all the time, wondering what's wrong with her, why she wasn't enough, why he put so much effort into other women but seems almost checked out when it comes to her. Their sex life has taken a hit too. When they're intimate, it feels one-sided, focused on him, minimal effort. And that hurts even more when she thinks back to how much energy he invested in chasing, talking to, and meeting up with other women. At one point, he even told her she should learn more so she could tell him what she wants. Which, yeah, that opened up a whole other layer of frustration and insecurity. Now she's stuck in this mental loop. Will this ever get better? Can it get better? Is there a future where she actually feels secure again, or did discovering the truth permanently poison the relationship? She knows people will judge her for staying. She gets it. She's heard it all already. But she's trying to be honest with herself about what she's feeling and whether healing is even possible. Because right now, every doubt, every insecurity, every moment of feeling unwanted traces back to one thing: the effort he gave everyone else and doesn't seem to give her. And that's where she's left, wondering if love is enough to rebuild trust or if some betrayals quietly doom a relationship no matter how hard both people try. All right. Deep breath. This kind of situation messes with your head in a very specific way. Even when the cheating stops, the comparison doesn't. The hypervigilance doesn't. And the question of why them and not me can eat you alive if it's never truly addressed. Trust isn't just about access to a phone or deleting contacts. It's about consistent effort, accountability, and making your partner feel chosen, especially after they've been made to feel disposable. So now I want to hear from you. Do you think a relationship can fully recover from years of cheating if the behavior genuinely stops? Or is the damage already done the moment the truth comes out? Let me know what you think, and I'll see you in the comments.